all four of you, come on up.
I'll be up there.
And you can set the scenes, you can set the scenes up for them.
You didn't take your
So they will understand what is happening. Is that in your scene?
No.
No, I don't even know who's that is.
Well, it's mine.
Oh, it is.
I didn't know if you were using it in your scene. My lanyard. Okay, very good.
So you guys are gonna like up here. We're just,
So, Death in the Maiden is about a couple, and she is a political activist who was kidnapped and tortured and raped and whatnot. And her husband is a lawyer, and he does cases for people who are.
They were actually victims of, it was in Chile. I apologize, my mind is skipping me with the name what it was, but it was in Chile. And so pretty much the first scene which they'll go into, I actually take a job with the government, which is to investigate all of those rapes and tortures and to figure out what was happening. And a lot of people don't know it's a secret that my wife was actually a victim.
But they really only investigate the ones where you die.
Yeah.
So my case wasn't really as important because I didn't die.
And so you are playing
Gerardo.
Gerard.
as,
Gerardo.
and then,
Paulina.
there we go. Now, in your scene, there's somebody else in the other room. Who is it?
Correct. So we actually, in the beginning, there's a flat tire and I get brought home.
Which is their scene.
Which is their scene. I'll let them go deep into that. But the person that was actually helping them, my wife overhears and believes that that's actually her torturer. And so he comes back to the house a few days later and she decides to tie him up and going to kill him. So in our scene, I am trying to...
Right?
In the scene that we do together, I'm trying to help him out because I don't believe that my wife, it's been about 15 years, so I don't believe she actually has this right. So I'm actually trying to convince her to tell me what happened because she wants a confession out of him. So if I can get it from her, I can tell him what happened so he can finally confess and hopefully not get killed.
And then
Was it
also,
him?
huh?
We never know.
Do it.
But she recognizes the
She
voice.
I hear the voice.
And then there's also a bit of guilt on our part because during the time that like we were looking for her because we didn't know where she was abducted. Some female companion came over to provide us some comfort, and we ended up having sex multiple
Right.
times 2 months
Kill
afterwards.
him.
So there's a bit of guilt
months.
between us, wives and husbands and stuff like that. Weird to
Right, and why did you feel it was okay?
To put into context, at that time, if people went missing and they were gone, you were pretty much gone. There was no likelihood that you would actually be found. So
Which sounds like a husband's
you
excuse.
just wasn't trash.
Every man is going to use that.
No, your audience. Sorry, it's the audience. We're
I
outnumbered.
tried
You gotta-
really
you gotta give
hard and gave up.
Right.
So
She
2
came
months
over,
really is
she
like
was
2
trying to
years
help,
for
I
this
know.
story.
She did.
So, shall we do these in chronological order, or
Yeah.
would you like to do it that way?
recommend it.
All right.
I recommend it as well. Yeah.
Good, very good. Take a few moments to set up. Whatever you need. I'll help you with the furniture. Do you need the sofa, the chair? You'll need the screen opened, yes?
Yes.
Let's set it up that way.
Yeah, we have that.
That is right there.
In the drawer?
If, while they're setting up, you have questions for the actors about their scene, please feel free to ask, and we'll entertain all of the...
Questions from the actors about the scene?
It's a good show.
And it's up to you. Trying to figure out.
What's that? Yep. He says we're outnumbered. I said I'm always outnumbered.
No, I meant because we slept.
What was he gonna do? Charge? That was the scene of the last show.
What is the arrangement?
I don't interact with that. What do you mean, Tom? For your sit down? So this is the big picture, right?
Yeah, but I had to go like 3 times, but every time we did it,
And this goes this way? I got that taken care of. You go ahead and set up.
Copper colored.
Yeah, we did it as generic about 5 or 6 years ago. It was
This is an airsoft pistol. So it is just so everybody knows, it's just an air gun, and there's nothing in the air gun. So everybody feels comfortable with that. Would you turn the lights off for me?
So the lights turned off.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, I can do that.
So they're off now, right?
No, we're not.
Okay, I got you.
I will leave them on until we get started.
Okay, here we go. Stand by, please.
Not so easy.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's going.
Yep.
I will cue you to turn the. What am I queuing you for?
Come in because she goes through all her action here, and then I come in at a certain time.
Great. Get where you can see Jenny.
Oh,
Stand up, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
hi.
Can you see Jenny?
My back turned. Now I can.
Okay. Jenny's gonna watch me,
Okay.
and when I do this,
I do something.
yeah, Jenny will wiggle for you, and you can come on in. All right. That's what you just did, so I figured that's what you meant. Okay. Stand by, please. Put yourselves in the right place.
Oh, sorry, I have to interrupt. There's gonna be a car door slamming, and I'm gonna look towards that, so. just-
Thank you. That's what's happening at the beginning. Thank you so much. Stand by. I will give you a slap on the knee for the car door.
Okay.
Action.
Sure don't want to come in?
No, it's getting pretty late.
One for the road.
Yeah, I really should be getting back.
Another time then. We'll get together before I leave.
Okay.
I have to be back by Monday. How about Sunday?
Sunday sounds good.
My wife makes margarita, they'll make a hair stand on there.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
I really want to let you know that I appreciate it. See you Sunday.
See you Sunday. Have a good one.
Pauline? Paulina? What are you doing down there like that? Sorry it took so long. I had.
And who is that?
No. But what
Who was it?
Nothing. Don't worry. It wasn't anything serious. It was just a car. Luckily, a man stopped by. It was just a flat tire. I'm like, I can't see anything without the. It's gotten cold.
We can heat it up. As long as you've got something to celebrate, that is. You do have something to celebrate, Gerardo, don't you?
Depends on you. You know what this is? This is the son of a bitch that gave me a flat. And you know what any normal man does when he gets a flat? He goes to the trunk and gets out the spare. If the spare is not flat too, that is. His wife happened to remember to fix the spare, right?
His wife? Always gotta be the wife who has to do everything. You were supposed to fix the spare.
I'm really not in the mood for arguing, but we had agreed that you were gonna fix.
You were gonna do it. I take care of the
You
house.
don't want help,
And you take care
but
of the
afterwards
car
you
at least.
complain.
I never complain.
This is some sort of discussion. What are we even fighting for? I've forgotten what we.
We're not fighting, darling. You accused me of not fixing your spare.
My spare?
And I told you, quite reasonably.
Hold on right there. Let's just clear this up here and now. That you didn't fix the spare, our spare, that's open for discussion. But there is another little matter. The jack.
What, Jack?
Right, what jack? Where's the car jack? You know, to jack up the.
You need a jack to hold up the car?
Where the hell is the check?
I gave it to Mother.
To your mother? You gave it to your mother?
Loaned it, yes.
May I ask why?
You may, because she needed it.
Whereas I, of course. But you simply cannot do that sort of thing.
Mother was driving down south and really needed it while...
While I go fuck myself.
No.
Yes. I get a telegram and have to leave immediately for a meeting with the president. A meeting in the city that is one of the meetings, most important meeting in my entire life. And this son of a bitch of a nail is lying in wait for me. Fortunately not on the road. And there I was. Without a jack and without a spare on the goddamn road.
Well, I knew you'd find someone to help you. Was she pretty at least? Sexy?
I already said it was a man.
You said nothing of the kind.
Why must you always suppose that there's a woman?
Well, indeed. I just can't imagine why.
Cut. Good, that's the first scene. Let's jump ahead now, almost 2/3 of the way through the script.
I'm sorry, I made a mess over here.
It's all right. Acting is always a mess.
I reacted to it though. At the scene she was given.
Just wait till we do scenes on intimacy.
I just grabbed Kate's back.
What? What did I say? What?
Oh, it's on the floor.
Appropriate in a peak flipping class?
Yeah, she went for it. She was committed.
I love that tension at the end. It was like, cut it with it.
At least it was better than trying to
You know what I mean? It was like,
drag it out of someone. Drag it out of someone.
yeah, yeah, it worked. It worked for a long time.
Alrighty.
Little the smallest
You guys need some help?
I have a little box.
Just get like a rag or something. Like I'm picking up sand grains here.
Here, may I use this?
Yeah. There's right. Just brush it all together.
Yeah, I did, excuse me.
Chick-fil-A and chili? What's supposed to be?
It's actually like a beverage.
We don't have any salad
Is it supposed
tongs
to
or anything. We just grab stuff by the hand.
No, it doesn't play it off as my nerve. I put tomatoes in the salad, literally.
My only question is, they have prepackaged salad and chili in the 80s? I'll go
Yes,
for it.
Brian.
We're fluent. We're in the affluent areas. They have it.
Go with it.
I get so
Yes,
many
ma'am.
questions for you in your scene. I'm like,
I'm not doing one tonight. My scene partner's in Spain
how convenient.
without me.
How convenient.
It is convenient. I'll just have to come back when your scene partner's home. Now, is tonight the last class, guys?
Yes.
Is it?
We've done this several times.
Huh?
We've done these scenes like this is the fourth time that we've practiced.
Yeah, it's our fourth time, so yeah.
It was a really good scene for me.
Because I actually don't know how to.
We got a good.
We don't know how to pour
I
it
don't
out.
need
Oh, yeah, I think I got it. There we go. I think I got it. Keith, I don't want to be the one to break the nice.
No.
Nope.
What? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't touch it.
Did you pick that chair up with the wrong hand?
No, I didn't touch the
She picked it
chair.
up, period. You can't pick it up with one hand, so just
They
saying.
think because
We
I
just
have
can't
a
train her,
chair,
can we?
but I cannot do it.
Life will train her.
Okay,
Yes.
are we ready?
Well, I had this one repaired last year. Now I tore this one.
What am I gonna do with it? I love it. Charles, believe me,
All right, here we go. Stand by, please. Is everybody comfortable temperature-wise?
Yes.
I'm kind of warm, Keith.
Stand by. Action.
I need to know. Look, I need to know.
Don't understand why.
I have to, because I have to know.
Why?
Because I love you, Paulina. Look, it's not fair that after all these years, the person who ends up being telling me is him. I mean, it would be intolerable.
Whereas if I told you it would be tolerable?
More tolerable than if he tells me first.
Look, I already told you all of this. Wasn't that enough?
15 years ago, that's when you started to tell me.
What,
And then
did
just
you
started
expect me to
interrupting.
keep talking to you with that bitch there? That bitch came out of your bedroom half naked, wanting to know what was taking you so long.
She wasn't
Did
a
you
bitch.
expect- Did she know where I was? Of course she did. A bitch who would fuck a man whose woman wasn't exactly
Look, how many
able
times do we have to
defend
keep going
herself.
over this? I'd spent 2 months trying to find you. Then yeah, she came by, said she could help. We had a couple of drinks and, look, my God, I'm also human.
Well, I defended your life. Well, your name stayed inside of me and it never left my mouth. Ask him, ask Miranda if I ever so much as even...
You already forgave me for
But
this!
you were here!
You forgave me! How many times do we have to keep going over this? Look, we will die from so much past pain and resentment. Look, let's just finish that conversation we started years ago. Let's close this chapter once and for all and never speak on it again. Never again.
Forgive and forget.
Forgive, yeah. But forget, no. Just forgive so we can move on. We have so much life to live at this point.
What did you want me to do? Did you want me to tell you what they did to me in front of her? That I should have been... How many times?
How many times what?
How many times did you fuck her?
Paulina,
No, how many?
baby, that's not...
How many times did you do it? How many? Just how many? You tell me and I'll tell you.
Are you trying to destroy me? Is that what you want?
No.
Well, you're gonna destroy me. You're gonna end up in a world where I don't exist. Is that what you want?
No, I want to know how many times you fucked that bitch!
Don't do this to me, Paulina.
That wasn't the first time, was it, Gerardo? You had seen her before, right? How about the truth, Gerardo?
People can die from an excess of truth, you know.
How many times did you do it? The truth.
Twice.
That night? What about the nights before that?
3 times.
What?
3 times.
She was that good? You liked her that much? I guess she liked it too. Maybe she must have because she was coming back for more.
Do you understand what you're doing to me?
Beyond repair, huh? Irreparable.
What do you want from me? We already survived the dictatorship. We survived that, and now you want to go out there and do what those bastards couldn't do to us? Is that it? You want me to leave? Is that what you want? You want me to go out that door and never see you again? You know what? Well, that's what you're gonna get.
Cut. You've never done that before. That was a new ending on it.
We had several endings
I
that we
know,
were
it's
gonna work.
good.
I like that ending.
Very interesting. Good. Thank you. Good. All right. Let's move on to the next script. In a forest dark and deep. Of our 3 scenes, we have 1.
Hey Darius, can you give me the crap?
Yes.
So I'll ask you to sort of step up here and once, as you're setting up, explain sort of the script to us. I'm sorry. Please. So, our Gerardos are,
Darius.
and, right, and our Paulinas are
Sherry.
Sonam.
Sonam. Good. And then we have our next actor. Introduce yourselves, because I'm a shitty host, apparently. I don't mean to be.
You said you couldn't remember.
I'm sorry, the whole thing was a ruined night.
Or what is it?
Come on through.
Executive plan.
Why, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
So guys, it actually takes place, you guys are in Chile? You were in Chile?
At their villa.
At their villa? So Sigourney Weaver was calling?
And Ben Kingsley was the man in the other room, was the torturer, was the guy she thinks.
Oh, wow. I need to watch, we have to watch that movie.
Yeah,
It's called
Death and the Maiden.
Death and the Maiden.
Maiden. We need to Netflix that.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I love Sigourney Weaver.
It's just a good fun. It's a good show.
So that would be good. But Jarvis, I want to smack you really hard. Just want to let you know that.
Especially when you said you
I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, she's not yet. Oh, she's now it is. Really? I was like, really?
Stay low. You don't want to get in the middle of it.
Yes, I'm right there with you.
I would never say that in real life. So
I know you
fun
wouldn't,
till I
baby.
do
Oh, you
it.
should hear him. He's like,
Yeah, I did it. I did it. When we're practicing, I'm like, yeah, I did it.
he'll be like, look,
What's
B.
today?
Say the word. I'm like, come on.
Do you know what though you really do for that scene? Though, you really do.
I'm sure.
You notice it just rolled right off my tongue, right?
I got this.
But it is something like that, you just kind of like, you know, and then go to your comfort zone.
You know, Aaron Jones, right?
Yeah.
Right. So as long as we
As long as we intend to, isn't it essentially just take executive doing it?
It was from dancing in Spokane. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Every other word.
It may have to.
The boyfriend, girlfriend.
All right, so introduce yourselves, please, and set the scene up.
I'm Erin Ramsey, that's Kendrick's Brown. We're brother sister.
We see the resemblance.
Yes.
And we've been kind of estranged in the last few years. There's a lot of resentment. I was kind of a slut when I was growing up, and then I left. I went off to college, and I'm all smart. And he's kind of a blue collar kind of guy.
Yes.
He's a big what?
He's the blue
Blue
collar,
collar.
and I'm a professor, so he hasn't heard from me in a while, but I call him because I need his help. And he's happy because he's happy to, see me. But then he starts to realize that it wasn't really because he's it wasn't because
You
I
didn't
wanted
want
to
to
see him.
reconnect.
Yeah, and I'm a pathological liar.
She tells me that I'm here to help her pack up a cabin that she and her husband have rented out to someone that she doesn't really know. But at the top of the scene, I'm going to find something that lets me know that she hasn't been truthful, and she's back to her, as she said, slutty ways.
And I'm married.
Better way, I mean, come on.
Well, and it's a little bit worse than just slutty, but.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't get to see the other two scenes. Our scene is sort of near the top of the play, and then the other the other scenes, the full truth comes out. Her lies just keep.
Now, do you guys do those scenes as well?
No, there were
else?
there were
Well,
two others. Yeah.
And what's it called?
In a Forest, Dark and Deep by Neil LaBute.
Awesome.
Did we miss anything?
What's that?
Did we miss anything?
I think that's what has happened immediately prior to this.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, we're having a good time. We were kind of dancing, and so this cabin, there's a big storm, the lights keep going out. So the lights go out, and I leave to turn the lights, I had to switch the breaker or something. And I come back in, he finds something while I'm out. And it kind of changes the tone, of the evening.
Strangely, every script I picked had a moment where the lights go out. I have no idea what that was about. Well, turned out it worked that way.
Transition into something, Keith?
What's that?
Is this a transition?
Intimacy class name.
Acting in the dark. Very good. So,
Do I need to work the lights on
yes,
this
you will work the lights on this one. I will cue you.
one? Okay, got it.
Oh, wait, like a beat or something.
Yeah. Does anyone have a bottle opener?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I do.
Tony, who's faster on the draw?
He's got his pocket.
Who's got
Well, that's handy, Tony Wade.
I drink beer from time to time.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it. Lights off from the
Lights,
start.
lights off at the start. They're packing up the contents of the cabin. And do we need to reveal what it is that you find, or is it becomes clear in the scene, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, we
Yep.
won't worry about that then. Stand by. Action.
What?
Nothing.
No, what? Obviously you're thinking.
No, I'm not.
Come on, Bobby. Bobby,
What?
talk to me. Please.
What would I be thinking? What? And you're the one with the masters. You tell me.
Just say something. I mean, ask me some questions. Just don't give me the silent treatment. Don't be an idiot.
You're right, I shouldn't do that. I don't want to be an idiot. But you know what? It's hard not to be. I mean, it's difficult not to be the dumb shit of the fucking month. And you're getting played. And I am, aren't I? Right now. Oh yeah.
What is that supposed to mean?
You tell me, sis.
I
You tell me what is up.
I can explain.
I hope it gets better than that.
What?
That's the worst line ever. Ever. I can explain. Of course you can. Now, I'm sure you've had your explanation worked out since the first day you... Well, whatever the fuck it is you're going to tell me is going on here.
There's nothing going on.
Oh, really?
Really. Nothing is going on. And the present tense going on. No.
Bullshit. You and your word games. Don't do the fucking Bill Clinton thing with me, all right? Do not.
You asked me to tell you the truth, and now I am.
Fine. Go ahead.
I am. There's nothing going on in the sense that you're thinking. Honest.
Great. Now, don't worry about me. I just handed you a picture. That's all I did.
I know.
And the rest is your stuff. It's your shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, Bobby. I don't have any shit going on. It's just a picture. Look.
Of the guy from here.
Yeah.
The guy from here and you.
Yeah, I know that.
Of you two standing there and, you know,
Yeah, just standing.
close. And your faces are close together and his arms around your,
I know that. I'm aware of that fact.
and yet you're, all this time. And you're giving me the whole, it's bullshit.
What?
Oh, I don't know. He's a second year senior. And Bruce is the one who actually, and that's shit. All of this is crap you've been telling me so far, right? Right? I mean, cancer? Come on.
Yeah, it is, some of it. This was taken at a conference. I don't even remember when. There's no date on the back. I think it was January. We were at a seminar on semiotics.
Uh-huh.
And nothing. He was, in fact, a second-year senior. And I wasn't telling the truth earlier. I knew him. Or no, obviously.
Obviously.
And very bright and studying in my field, so I was instrumental in moving him forward in the department toward his degree, his thesis project. We're close here because of the cold. I was worried you would overreact if you knew he was in my... So I didn't. I chose not to.
Cut. I'm curious about what you thought of the last moment, audience. What do you think's going on there? Everything after the last line. Because that was all just based on two actors knowing what's in their minds. And that was different than any time you've ever done it before, because I let it go a little longer, which is nice. But based on what is going on in the characters' minds, what do you as the audience think is going on?
I don't think anything's been resolved.
Nothing's been resolved? Okay. What else? Anything?
Well, with his back to her, and she kept looking back a little bit, it was like she kept wanting to see, you know, does he buy it?
Does he?
She was
Oh.
trying it. But she was like trying to be very discreet in checking.
Does he?
No.
No,
Mm.
I
Not
think he
even a
wants
little
to.
bit.
Yeah, you're right. I think he does.
I think he wants to.
I think that was
because
pretty clear.
He's reconnected with his sister, but deep down he's like, she's still a bullshitter. Yeah.
It's a nice bit of subtext you communicated, both of you, there. Of course, what really happened was she murdered the kid by hitting him with her car while he was riding his bike around the lake.
Oh,
I
dang.
Her lover.
I read
Who was
his
it?
journal, and he was talking about what an old man it was.
They were lovers.
And I,
I figured that.
so I mowed him down.
Good for you.
So, of course, the course of the second half of the play, and the other two scenes we don't get to see tonight, her lies are unfolded and unfolded again and unfolded again until she's got nothing left. It's the first time in her life she hasn't been able to cover her ass with lies. And finally, when she's fully exposed at the end of the play, he accepts her.
Really?
Yeah.
When she finally,
When she's,
It's the power shift.
there's a
Yeah,
change
yeah,
in power.
And he helps me cover it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
He finally.
I'm a very bad influence on my brother.
Well, but I always took it as you finally trusted her because you wore her out,
Yeah.
which is kind of nice.
well, she finally trusted me by
Does it happen before or after your lips brush and you almost kiss? Because that happens in the play too. Next scene!
He picks the most fun scenes for us to do.
Ah, baby.
So it's like really her vanity would not, you know, it's her vanity
Right,
that drove her to the
right.
murder.
She had a, you know, she was the girl in high school, you know, the reputation.
And one of the fun things about this is if you asked all three of the actresses that played that part, whether she meant to do it or not, you got three different answers.
Really? That's cool.
Which was interesting.
What was, I missed that.
Well, in each of you that are playing your character, each of you had
Betty.
Betty. Betty, thank you.
Yeah, Betty.
I just pick them.
Yeah.
Whether or not you did it on purpose.
Most your films
I
like
totally
that,
did it
Erin.
on purpose.
Yeah.
I was upset, and I was riding his bike, and I purposely ran him off the road, made sure he was dead.
Lovely. So, which one shall we do next? We have left. Why don't we do Wonder Boy? What's that? Yeah. So we'll do Wonder Boys. You guys are up next. Come on down. Nice job, guys.
That was nice. Could do them all in three. That would have been his part for some reason.
No, don't rush. Don't set their thing up. Don't try to do too much. I'm gonna get hit in the head with books.
But it was just, because it would have been fun to see them all three run together. When we got to see your guys' thing back here.
Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I'd like to see you guys do
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Excellent.
Yeah, if you just go to
Okay.
their third show.
Oh, is that what you posted today, when you sent the link to
She playing.
these guys on the, okay.
Yeah, so you can just go to that link. It's viewable by phone.
Yeah, I'd like to see, you know what I mean? I'd love to see how different.
That could have been what Captain Morgan has been.
Not to be the best.
Because you know back to at least
Wait, you don't speak Spanish?
Are you gonna be too far from me though?
I know, right? Everyone does.
Yeah, because they don't know what I am. Everyone's so confused. What are you? Are you Spanish? Are you Puerto Rican? Are you Italian? I don't know. I'm like, I can do whatever you want me to do.
That's got the cherry on. Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, while you're setting up, set the scene up for us as well. What's going on here? This is from
Wonder Boys.
Wonder Boys. And your names are?
Professor Grady.
What your actor names? Your stage names?
Professor Grady.
Your names. David.
Knopfsinger.
Oh, he's wearing the Tweety shirt.
David B.
David V.
Okay. And you're playing?
Professor Grady.
James.
Great. Tell us about the scene.
I'm a professor, obviously. I'm a writer, and I'm coming out of a party, which is very boring. We've all been at parties you don't want to be a part of. So I am getting out of there to go smoke a joint, and I have a student in my class, which I'll let him describe his characteristics. But to me, my opinion is he's kind of a weirdo. So when I come out here, I'm trying to get away from any stress and crap, and I find James.
Sorry, what else is happening in that part? Who else is at that
Okay,
party?
yes. Why I'm at a party I don't want to be at. Well, my editor's there. Also, a guy that has just written a book. We share the same editor, and he's getting all the publicity of being a great writer, and I'm kind of getting shuffled. But I'm still there because the wife of the host is someone that I've fallen in love with, and just recently found out that she's pregnant with my child. So lots of good stuff happening.
How recently?
I just found out.
Here
We
at
were
the
just
party?
Yep, at the party. Walked in, we went up, put some coats on the bed, and chit-chatted, and came down a family. Except we still have to deal with her husband.
Oh.
And you yourself are an author.
I am an author. Successful, I would say, but I have not been successful for 7+ years at this point. I've been writing, and that's one of the things the editor did ask me about, is how's it coming along? It's great. I just need to make some tweaks. He reminded me that I said that a few years ago. And so basically I've been writing shit for 7 years.
Right. How many pages of shit have you written on this?
7 years worth. A lot.
Right, but the manuscript you've been working on fills 3 boxes.
Yes, that's correct.
Right. So it's thousands
Of pages.
Thousands of
Thousands
pages.
of pages.
And I am James, and I am a student at the university where Professor Tripp is teaching. I specifically came to this university because I wanted to take his class. So I look up to him, and I aspire to be as close to a good writer as he is. During this whole process, we kind of become friends in a way. And I was invited to this, well, I wasn't really invited to this party. It was kind of like students come and help out and be a part of this party, you know. So I'm here helping out, and one of my good friends is in there. So James itself is a very, he lives in his own little world.
You do?
I do. I live in my own little world, and I don't really do well with a lot of people around me. I'd rather be on my own, writing. Writing comes easy to me, but I don't think I'm really that good. So I'm just out here.
And what's happened to you just prior to the scene?
I was inside of the party, I got overwhelmed, and I saw a greenhouse, and decided to come out here and take a look at it.
And the greenhouse, worth mentioning, is here, back in the backyard. And the party house, we'll say, roams around here. Big glass window there with Hannah is running away from, we're trying to fend off the advancements of Q, who is the new writer that's getting all the publicity. And all
And
this.
Hannah is one of your students as well?
Hannah's one of my students who would really love to put me in a sack. And I've been very good to say that's not happening. Because I'm in love with, well, people my age, but also I'm in love with that wife.
Hold up a minute, you're in love with the wife, but yet you got somebody else pregnant?
No, the wife is pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Hannah is just a student that has been chasing me.
Oh, Hannah's chasing you.
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
It is. I mean,
Okay.
she does live with
Because
me.
I was like, hold up, what's wrong with that picture?
I get it around.
All right. Very good. So the lights are out. I'm kidding. They're not out. They are outside and it is dark, but we'll just leave the lights on.
Right, they're just walking out the party. It's a big...
Okay. Stand by.
No, I think that was good.
Action.
Are you and Hannah seeing each other, James?
What? No. Whatever gave you that idea?
Relax, James. I'm not her father. I'm just renting her a room.
She likes old movies like I do. That's all. Besides, she doesn't really know me. She thinks that she does, but she really doesn't. Maybe because she's Mormon and I'm Catholic.
Maybe it's because she's beautiful and she knows it. And try as she might to not let it screw her up. It's inevitable it will in some way.
You're not like my other teachers before the trip.
And you're not like my other students, James. So what was the movie you two saw?
Oh, Sons of Fury with Tyrone Power and Francis Farmer.
Yes, you went crazy. Francis Farmer.
So did Jean Tierney. She's in it too.
It sounds like a good one.
It wasn't bad.
Listen, James, I'm sorry about this afternoon. I think I let things get a little bit out of control.
They really hated it. They hated it more than any of the other ones.
Well, you have to understand.
It doesn't matter. It only took me an hour to write.
Really? It's remarkable.
I have problems sleeping. So I'm just laying there, I figure them out. The stories.
Are you cold, James?
A little bit.
Well, what are you doing out here?
It's colder in there.
You're right.
Actually, I saw the greenhouse. So I thought I'd come out here and take a look at it. You don't see one of those every day. It looks like heaven.
Heaven?
I saw a movie once. Part of it took place in heaven. Everybody wore white and they live in crystal houses just like that one. Well, at least that's how I remember it. I should be going. Goodbye, Professor Tripp.
James, don't leave just yet.
I'll miss my boss.
There's something I'm going to show you. It's important. Trust me. It's worth it.
Cut. What's he doing? What's he doing?
I was wondering, I was like, maybe they'll let him come back.
I was waiting for a
I
head
was
to,
leaving room.
I was waiting for a head to pop out like.
Did we leave too soon?
Very good. Nice.
Good seeing, guys.
Good scene. Yeah. One more. All right. So we have 3 people in this scene. This is from a play called Sweat.
Right.
Play I hope to direct in the area sometime soon.